Who cares what the world's gonna say? 'Cause you know they're gonna say it anyway. Who cares if they laugh at what we do? 'Cause it's only me and you that know the truth. Middle finger to the sky, they don't know about you and I. We've been rolling deeper than they'll ever know. Even though I broke your heart, know that I won't keep us apart. Baby, I know, I'm not giving you up. If you want my love, you got it. Anytime you want it, baby, bring your body back to me. They can call me foolish and stupid, don't know what I do this, but baby, bring your body back to me. I know, I'm not giving you up. I know, I'm not giving you up. If you want my love, then you got it. Anytime you want it, baby, bring your body back to me.
Hello, everybody. We're going to wait a few more minutes before we get started. But thank you all for joining. If you want to find the chat, we got a live chat going on. You can write where you're from. And if you're a coach or swimmer, I would love to know where everybody is tuning in from today. Sorry. If anybody's wondering what my hairless cat looks like, this is Ava. She might be joining us today since she's awake for the first time during this Dryland programming in the 3 days that we have now completed it. What you doing, Ava?
They can call me foolish, stupid, don't know why I do this. Baby, bring your body, baby, bring your if you want love, you got it. Anytime you want it, baby, bring your body back to me. They can call me foolish, stupid, don't know why I do this. Baby, bring your body back to me. I'm not giving you up.
You know. Eva, we gotta go. Come on, puppy. I know.
We need a conversation. I'm running out of relationships. You know you're making me fight. I'm sick of always telling you what I need. So tired of chasing you. It's everything I got.
All right, so we're setting up on Instagram today too for our free Dryland class. I've done a couple different things differently as far as tuning in and setup, also volume of the music and stuff as well. Might be fluctuating. But I want to try to get as many people as possible on these live streams. So what I did was I moved the speaker that I have music playing to closer to me so you guys can actually see and hear that better. So that won't be so in and out on the replay recordings. And I'm also, as I said earlier, streaming on Instagram for people. There are some people that are struggling to get the email confirmation. Obviously, the 26 of you that are sitting here right now are not those people, but we want to make sure that anyone who is able to can tune in wherever they are. The Jacobs Aquatic Center, my old stomping grounds in Key Largo, Florida. Nice to meet you, Joanne. I miss the Keys a good bit. But for today's workout, similar to yesterday, we're going to go through a warm-up, some mobility, flexibility work. We're going to do upper body work, lower body work, and then we're going to end up with something I'm calling Mount Everest, which is our basically high intensity activity at the very, very end of this. So all you guys need today is a space in your room and something heavy. I have a set of 25-pound dumbbells that I've been using, but if you guys don't have that, you can grab a paint can, sack of potatoes, a bag of fruit, a detergent bottle, something that is heavy with approximately the same amount of weight for both of them. And that's all you need, including a water bottle and then yourself. So for a warm-up today, we're going to do something called a Tabata. And the Tabata is going to be 4 different exercises. So they're going to be 20 seconds on with each exercise, and then we're going to take 10 seconds off. And we're actually going to do this one together as a group. So the 4 exercises are going to be jumping jacks, followed by flutter kicks, followed by squats, just body weight squats, and then a plank. So once again, it'll be 20 seconds of jumping jacks, followed by 10 seconds of rest, 20 seconds of flutter kicks, 10 seconds of rest, 20 seconds squats, 10 seconds rest, 20 seconds plank, 10 seconds rest. And we'll repeat that one more time, and that'll give us a full Tabata worth of work. So let's go ahead and get yourself set up to start with your jumping jacks. I will go ahead and start us as a group today, so we're not all just going at separate paces. Let me get my timer on and switch up this slow music to not something so slow. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. We got 20 jumping jacks. Everybody stand on up, shake it out. We're going to get some blood flowing. Find a spot and go ahead and go 20 jumping jacks, 20 seconds worth of them. And go ahead and stop. We got 10 seconds of rest. After these 20 jumping jacks, we're going into flutter kicks. So find a spot on the ground, put your and go ahead and get started. 20 seconds of flutter kicking. Good, and relax. 10 more seconds of rest before we go into body weight squats. We got body weight squats. Ready, and go. Body weight squats. All the way down to the ground. Get your hips below your knees. Hips below your knees. Make sure you're breathing here. It's good to inhale on the way down. Exhale on the way up. Inhale down. Exhale up. Good. Go ahead and rest. We got 10 seconds. And we're going into a plank. Let's do the plank on our elbows. Plank on our elbows. Ready? And go. Make sure your butt is not up and it's also not sagging down. Keep that nice and line. Good, and relax. We're going to go through all of that one more time. One more time, starting with jumping jacks in 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and go. Nice job, guys. Keep it up. And relax. Into our flutter kicks, into your flutter kicks. Ready and go. Keep it up. Nice job, guys. Keep it up. And relax. We got our squats one more time. Squats one more time. Your heart rate should be up. You should be feeling your body getting warm. Go ahead and get started on your squats. We want to be getting the blood flowing wherever you are in the world today. All the way down on your squats, all the way down. And relax. Last round of planks, 20 seconds of planks. In 5 seconds, 4, 3, 2, 1. 20-second plank.
He only loves you part time. Sure that you cry on his mind. Waiting for me to take your love away.
And relax. Nice job. Go ahead and grab a drink of water. Grab a quick drink of water. We're going to go into some mobility work right now. So for all of you guys that are on here, you should feel a nice little heat in your body right now. That's the purpose of warm up. You want to get the blood flowing. You want to get the circulation going. So that way when you stretch, you're not stretching something that's cold or has been sitting all day. So for our first stretch, we're going to do what we've done. And we're going to sit on our side and do our sleeper stretch. So a sleeper stretch, we've done this the last 2 days. You're on your side with your shoulder down, elbow straight out from your shoulder. Take your opposite hand to the back of that hand, and you're going to apply some pressure and push that hand down as far as it will go until you feel a little bit of restriction. You never want to stretch to pain. So go ahead and do this. You're going to hold it for 20 seconds. Try to focus on taking some very deep breaths when you are actually stretching. This helps. It allows you to really relax and also allows your muscles to be relaxed. So when you're stretching them, they're not trying to react off the fact that you're stretching them. Once you finish 20 seconds of that, go ahead and windshield wiper your hand back and forth. Kind of let that shoulder take a minute. And we're going to do that one more time. When you're ready, you can go ahead and get started on your second round. Good. Once you finish that on the second round on that side, you're going to flip over and do your opposite side. So when you're ready, you can go ahead and get started on that. Sorry, I was on a live chat with somebody from my support group for my marketing software. All right. You might notice a difference in your shoulders. One might be a little tighter than the other one. If that's the case, this is entirely normal. That's due to the fact that most of us are dominant one side versus the other. We prefer to, right with your left versus your right hand. So the more you use a muscle, the tighter it will get if it's not stretched properly. So once you hold that one for 20 seconds, you're going to do it 2 times on this side, just like you did on the opposite side. Good. Once you finish your sleeper stretch, you're going to hop on up. We're going to go into a hip opener again. Hip opener, you're going to be in your plank position. You're going to drive one foot forward as far forward as it will go, trying to keep the space between your back knee and your front knee big. So you want a big space there. From that point, you're going to lift up and push your hips forward till you feel a stretch in the front of that back leg. Then you bring your arms up over your head, really opening up the front side of your body. If you feel a little wobbly, you can always bring your hands down, or you can keep them on your knee. Ideally, let's keep them up above your head, so that way you're not putting too much pressure on the front leg and potentially losing balance. Just keep breathing. I'm gonna hold this one for about 20 seconds. Once you finish 20 seconds on this side, you can go ahead and switch to 20 seconds on your opposite side. Once again, find a big space, lift up, hold, and breathe deeply. Good. When you finish your hip opener, we're going to kick ourselves back into downward facing dog. You're going to walk your dog, so go ahead and bend one knee and then the other. Feeling a nice little calf stretch on the back of your legs. So go ahead and walk that from side to side. Feeling a stretch. Should feel pretty good. This is one of my favorite stretches. Let's do that about 20 times. Solid stretch on each side. And once you finish that, I want you to walk your feet super slowly with straight legs all the way to your hands up top. From there, you'll see that you're in a forward fold. I want you to hang there for 20 more seconds. So really feel that stretch in your hamstrings. You can also grab your elbows. I call this ragdoll. You can sway side to side. Either way, you want to feel a nice stretch in the back side of your legs. We are stretching your back fascial line, which does a lot for you in regards to health, fitness, wellness, sitting, standing, you name it. After that, slowly pop up, stand up. We're going to go to a very low squat. So take your feet out wide like you're about to squat, but I want you to go all the way down as far as your bum will go towards the ground, and take your elbows and push your knees out. Bring your palms together and just sit here, hang out here for a second. And you should feel your hips kind of might be screaming at you a little bit. You might feel a little bit of tension kind of near your groin area. That's normal. As a society, we don't do this position very much, ever at all anymore. But our ancestors, generations upon generations upon generations ago, got into this position quite frequently. I'll let you guys finish my sentence on that. Which is really good for digestion. It's also really good for your hips, mobility, knee flexibility, etc. And just we invented chairs. So that's what we sit in instead of sitting like this all the time. Once you finish that, go ahead and stand up, shake out your legs. The very last stretch that we're going to do today is actually a wall angel. So you're going to go over to a place on the wall that you have some room. You're going to put your back up against the wall. And you're going to bring your elbows out to the side to a 90-degree bend. So you want everything nice up and close towards the wall. You're going to bring your hands up as far as they will go, trying to keep the backs of your hands, the elbows, everything up against the wall. And then from there, you're going to bring your hands together up into a streamline, back out to that wide Y position and down. I want everybody to do 8 of these. This position is great because it's working directly on our streamline position. If some of you guys have restrictions in your shoulders, you actually won't be able to keep the backs of your hands or arms entirely on the wall the whole time. That is okay, but that's exactly what this exercise is for. I have a restriction in my right shoulder. You can see that my right hand is coming up off the wall. So I need to do wall angels a lot more than I currently do. You also want to avoid rocking your stomach forward, so try to keep your lower back pushed down against the wall. So we're keeping our body nice in that straight, streamlined position, good body alignment like we talk about in the pool. Once you finish 8 of those, shake it out. We're going to get started with some upper body work next. So on our upper body work, we're going to do 3 exercises. We're going to do them 3 times. The exercises are bicycles, so bicycles like for abs, then tricep dips, followed by a walking push-up. So bicycles are exactly what they sound like. You're going to be on your open space in your room. And you're going to be laying on your back. You're going to have both of your legs out like you're about to do some ab work, except you're going to bring the opposite elbow to your opposite knee for a crunch. So you're going to crunch up and then bring everything down as you switch and crunch up on the opposite side. So it's up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. We're going to do 30 of those. You have 30 bicycles, and each leg is going to be 1 count. So right leg 1, left leg 2, right leg 3, left leg 4, etc. So we have 30 of those, followed by 10 tricep dips, which yesterday we had some sort of elevated object to do your glute bridges on. You want to use that same object, or you can use the side of a couch or a chair, anything that you have that will help you just get a little bit of elevation up for those tricep dips. So I'm going to use my couch here to show you. Essentially, I'm going to put my hands with my fingertips facing forward on the couch. I'm going to walk my feet out until my hips are not on the couch. And I'm basically holding myself up here. From there, I'm going to bend at the elbows and drop myself down as far as I can go. And then I'm going to pop myself back up. So you go down to a 90-degree bend, or as close as you can get in your elbows, and then you dip yourself back up. So we have 10 of these tricep dips. And then the very last thing we're going to do is 8 walking push-ups. So a walking push-up is similar to a regular push-up, except you're going to add a little bit of shoulder stability in the middle of each push-up. So what that means is you're going to do a push-up, a regular one, up and down, and then you're going to take your right hand, cross it over your left, back to that same position for another push-up. Then you take your left, cross it over your right to your third push-up, okay? These are harder, but the purpose of adding in that shoulder stability movement is to keep, as we talked about yesterday, the shoulder stable and in its joint. So that way it's healthy and ready to go for when you guys get back in the pool. So once again, we're doing 30 bicycles, followed by 10 tricep dips, followed by 8 walking push-ups. And each push-up, just like the bicycles, is considered 1 rep. So you have 8 of those total. We're going to do this 3 times, 30 bicycles, 10 tricep dips, 8 walking push-ups. When you guys are ready, you know what's going on, go ahead and get started.
Hopefully you see clear, hopefully it's Asian.
So make sure on your bicycles, we're going all the way down to the ground after each one. You'll feel a nice ab workout, which is what we're looking for.
Started cleaning up my life. Wish it was, but that would be a lie. Got me sober, 'cause there ain't no hangover like you, girl. No, baby, can you come over? I always find those words at the bottom of my groove, yeah. Girl, every time you do, I just feel get all messed up like the sheets will be.
If you're like me, you should be feeling a good burn after those bicycles. Into your 10 tricep dips, 10 tricep dips. Make sure you're breathing on your tricep dips. Inhale as you go down. Exhale as you come up. And after you finish your tricep dips, you're going straight into your push-ups.
Whole lot of pain, and that kind of hurt. Who hurts? It ain't worth another drink. Got me sober, 'cause there ain't no hangover like.
And after you complete your first round, you got 2 more left. 2 more. Keep it up, guys. We want to feel a good burn at the very end of this.
Every time you do, I just feel and all messed up like the sheets when we
Good job, good job. Whew, those bicycles are getting me today. After you finish your second set of bicycles, make sure you're going into your tricep dips. So the closer your feet are towards whatever object you're tricep dipping on, the easier the dips will be. The further away your feet are, the harder they will be. You want to find a spot that makes them challenging, but not undoable for you. Good. If you're on your push-ups, keep going. Nice job, guys. Nice job. Last round, last round. Keep it up. Make sure you continue to breathe. Think about the end game. Don't think about the near game of uncomfortable or how uncomfortable you are. You guys showed up today. That is what matters. Nice job. I got one more set of dips and one more set of push-ups. Good job. Stay breathing. You should feel a nice pump in your arm muscles. That you're using those muscles to what they are made for. Good. And when you finish that, go ahead and grab your water bottle. Take a quick drink. That one was a doozy for me today. I'm also pretty sore from the last few days too. So once you finish that, get a drink of water. We've got some lower body work to do next. For your lower body work, we're going to use the wall again. So make sure you still have some space from where you did those wall angels. And we're also going to need something heavy. So this is where your heavy weight of whatever you have is going to come in handy. So we're going to go through this 3 times. You're essentially going to do a wall sit, and we're going to hold that for 20 seconds, followed by a split stance squat, which we're going to use our elevation again. And then we're going to finish up with some lateral lunges. So a wall sit is a squat against a wall, holding that position. It's not super comfortable, but it's good for leg strength, which directly correlates to dolphin kicking and flutter kicking. The split stance squat is working on one leg at a time. And that one leg, basically isolation is good because if you have any sort of imbalances on strength, maybe your right leg stronger than your left, it works that one leg that's isolated specifically. And then lateral lunges are the same thing. We're just working side to side motion as opposed to forward and backwards. So your wall sits look like this. You're going to go over to a wall. You're going to sink your feet down as far as they will go until you get a 90-degree bend in your knees and you're going to hold this position. This is a wall sit. You want to try to avoid leaning over, putting all of your weight on your feet, and you also don't want to sink so far down that you're essentially sitting like in that low squat we did for mobility, and you're not actually using any muscles to be here. You're using the door or whatever wall you're using to help support you, and you're not making your quads fire. So we have a 20-second wall sit, and then we're going to do a split stance lunge. Squat. What that looks like is you're going to take whatever's heavy for you, and you're going to hold it up towards your chest. And then you're going to put one of your legs, though it doesn't matter which because you're going to do both, up on the elevated area, and you're going to hop out that front leg just a little bit. From there, you're going to go all the way down, like into a lunge, and then you're going to pop yourself back up. We talked about on the very first day, lunge positioning is super important. When you're in the lowest point of this single leg squat, you don't want the front knee to be over your front foot toes. Same thing, you don't want to be too close to this back here. This knee is hitting or being restricted by whatever elevated object you're using. So once again, you're going to be going down to the bottom and up. You want to fire your glute muscles, which are your butt muscles, at the very top of that movement. We're only going to do 8 of those. So it's going to be 4 on each leg. And basically you count them by whatever leg is in front. So if your right leg's in front, then that's 4 on the right side. That's the leg that's working. And then 4 on the left. The lateral lunges, which we're going to do afterwards, are a big old stance. Okay. You're going to go as far wide as you possibly can. You can use a weight. You don't have to use a weight, but you're going to keep it in the same spot that it was for the split stance squats. And you're going to go laterally down to one side as low as you can go, and then switch over to the opposite side. Key here is to try to get your butt back as far as you can, and then push up, firing from your glutes back to your starting position. Once again, you don't have to use a weight on that one. I would recommend definitely using a weight on the elevated single leg squats. So 3 times through, 20-second wall sit, split stance squat, and 8 lateral lunges. When you guys are ready, you can go ahead and get started. I will be right there behind you guys. I'd recommend when you're doing a wall sit, not to think about the fact that you're doing a wall sit, because nobody likes doing wall sits. They're not super fun. But think about something you're going to do after this workout today, or what you might want to eat for dinner. A lot of times I like food, eating different food. Food motivates me. Whatever motivates you works as well too. So on your split stance squats, make sure that you can see your front foot toes the whole time. If you can't, hop that front foot even further forward. Good. Remember, only doing 4 on each side. Same thing with the lateral lunges. You got 8 total, 4 on each side. Good. Nice job, guys. Keep it up. Try to go through these movements as quick as you can. We really want to fire those legs like we're doing a nice kick set. Make sure you're breathing on your wall sit. This is kind of your chance to take a moment, catch your breath. Even though you are still working, think of it as time on the wall at swim practice. Nice job. You might feel one side of your body getting a little bit more tired, so one leg versus the other, that's completely normal. That's due to the fact that one might be weaker. So I'm right side dominant, and my left leg right now wants to scream. But that's how it gets stronger. All right, last round for me. Keep it up wherever you are. Really think about your breathing. Inhale and exhale on the wall. We are almost done with our lower body work for the day. And then we have Mount Everest to climb afterwards, leaving you guys with a nice solid body burn. Let you down, 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 let you down. Everybody knows your business in this town, 'cause you can't help it. Nice job. If you're on your lateral lunges, finish it up. Think of it like the last 15 meters of your swimming race, where you're all not really exactly happy to be there, but you know you got to get through it in order to finish that race. You can't help it. Nice job. When you finish that, get your water bottle, take a quick drink. We got one more exercise set to run through. So we had 5 or so people yesterday upload their scores to the YouTube video of the very last exercise portion. So this is today the portion that you guys will time. It is 2 o'clock for anybody that may need to get off of here. I advertise this as a 30-minute Dryland program. Every day we're getting closer to 30 minutes, but it's really hard to instruct it, show you guys how to do it, and then do it within that time frame and give you guys enough work that really makes this worthwhile. And you can say, hey, like I did this today and I feel good about it. So at the end of this workout, I want you guys to comment on the video. It takes like 2 or 3 minutes to upload after I finish the live, your time. I got obliterated by a few people yesterday. I finished my workout in like 5 minutes and 6 seconds. And there's a couple people that did it in 3 minutes. So just trying to create a leaderboard, trying to keep it exciting. Swimming times, comparing them to other people is normally pretty exciting. So I want to kind of do the same thing as we're all at home, kind of create a competitive atmosphere that we can all thrive off of. So for our Mount Everest today, we got 4 times through. We're going to do 10 jump squats. So that's just a jumping squat, kind of a streamlined jump if you do that in your regular Dryland, followed by 30 twisting mountain climbers, followed by 10 crunches. So it's going to be jump squats, mountain climbers that are twisting, and then crunches. So your jump squats are literally what they sound like. You're going to squat down and jump up as high as you can. Okay, as you go through this movement, the jump that you do is going to get smaller and smaller. The goal is to try to avoid that. After that, we're going to go into 30 twisting mountain climbers. So the twisting mountain climber is different because when you're in your mountain climber position, normally you just bring your legs up under your body. This one, you're going to bring the opposite leg over towards the opposite elbow and down. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We got 30 of those. The reason the twisting portion is a super good thing to include is because of all the rotational work that we do in freestyle and in backstroke. So your obliques, which are the muscles that sit on the sides of your abs, they sit at an angle like this, need to be tight and also strong to be able to rotate you quick from side to side during your long axis strokes. If your obliques are weak, but your abs are strong, you'll be very good going up and down, but you won't be good rotationally. And transversely, we need to get you guys moving really well from side to side for the free and back strokes. So once again, 10 jumping squats, 30 twisting mountain climbers, and then we're going to finish it up with just 10 crunches. If you don't like crunches or you want to do something a little bit more interesting than just a crunch, you can go up to toe taps. So you can do 10 toe taps. It's not really a matter of what you're doing there, as long as you're getting those abs to fire right after you work the obliques pretty well. So once again, 4 time, grab your timers. You got 10 jump squats, followed by 30 twisting mountain climbers, followed by 10 crunches, and we're done for the day. So when you guys are ready, go ahead and set yourself up. I'll turn on some music and we will get started. I'll play my favorite song as of right now. It's my jam. And let's see who wins the workout today. Let's go, guys. Nice job. No one can tell us what to do. Oh, I'm ready for love, for you. I'm staring at your silhouette. I watch the golden lights. Make sure you're breathing through your mountain climbers. The reason this workout is called Mount Everest is because we are climbing today for the majority of our time here. Heaven shining down on us. Ain't no better day for love. My love. Nice job, guys. Keep it up. Get right into those jumping squats afterwards. The crunches are a little bit of your break between movements, even though you're still working. And then get back to your climb. If I was really cheesy, I could have played Miley Cyrus's song, The Climb, during this workout. And then no one would probably show up tomorrow. Nice job, guys. Keep it up. As you're getting tired, get those squat jumps just as high as they were before. Be explosive at the top, like you're pushing off of a wall or a block. And then back to the climb. So many metaphors for life right now. Stay breathing. We're on the home stretch. Essentially that third 50 of a 200 freestyle or a 200 butterfly. We are not quite sure you're going to make it, but you know that at some point you have to. Nice job, guys. Finish up that last climbing portion. Cause every time I read your message, I wish I was among your exes. Now I'm the fool. Since you're gone, protecting on my own. Stay breathing towards the end. Finish hard. Cause baby, you're the only one I'm coming for. I can't take no more, no more, no more. I wanna but I'm going when you're done with that, check your time. Grab a quick drink. Good job. 2:09. That's quick. I finished in 4:09. All right, guys, great job today. I would take some time to stretch, just like I said yesterday after this. You're already out of whatever you were doing. So use this time accordingly to make that time for those things. Otherwise, if you go right back into work or whatever you say you're going to stretch, you're probably not going to stretch at the end of the day. If you want to go do more of a workout, you can always run through that all the way again. Or if you want to get some more cardio, I'm in Kentucky today. It's a beautiful day. Go out and run. Stay 6 feet away from people, but give yourself some vitamin D at the same time. Tomorrow, I was thinking of switching the time to be a little bit earlier in the morning since it's Saturday and like who's going to be available Saturday afternoon. The original plan was only to do these Monday through Friday, but we have almost 500 people around the world that are currently doing these workouts that I think I need to offer it on Saturday. Sunday, we are going to be completely off. So that'll be your day of rest. I'd recommend walking, doing some sort of cardio, something to get you out and moving before we hit back on Monday. But yeah, so I will send out an email later today with the time for Saturday morning. If you're enjoying these, please share them with your friends, family, coaches, other siblings, whoever you're near or with, just to help them through this time. If you guys can comment in the comments your times as we run through, that would be great. And I will check in with you all tomorrow. Nice job today.